my goodness, it feels so good to be back in Momo driving. I have had a little bit of a hard time. I've had a little bit of a hard time being in a house. It is great for certain things, but for the most part, my soul is meant to be right here, behind the wheel, exploring. In fact, we don't even know where we're going. We're gonna wait. When we get to Missoula, we're gonna decide straight to Utah or over to Boise first. So, I don't know. I can't decide.
Night one on the road.
It's very cold already.
I'm having some serious flashbacks here. We're like bundled in our sleeping bags.
We got
and then we got a nice down comforter.
It's really nice. And we almost murdered like 5 elk. It was terrifying.
We almost murdered 5 elk. Well, you'll hear about
terrifying.
that whole story. It's scary. We like literally almost hit them. But yeah.
Yeah, they have like 2 different, like one over there and one in the street.
Here, do you want to try to take a picture?
Yeah. We won't be able to see them. Hazards. Where is it this time?
It's nice. It's
Night
like,
one.
I don't know if we can confirm they were all elk. I think
there were a lot of deer,
Oh, that one has fancy horns.
but I'm pretty sure they're elk. Isabelle thinks they're caribou.
I don't know. They did look a lot alike. And how are you supposed to tell them apart? Okay, I was just trying to play devil's advocate. Okay, it was late. It was 11. I'm tired.
But we love
Night
Momo.
one. Good night. Peace out. 8 times. Cut. Okay, so if you know anything about MBTI, that's the Myers-Briggs Typing Indicator, you have 4 letters: introvert, extrovert, sensate, intuitive. One of them is judging versus prospecting. And judging means you're a planner, you are always thinking ahead. Prospecting is you're kind of just winging it. And in this lifestyle, a lot of people tend to be prospecting types. I'm not. But I dream of. Like, my problem is I love to wing it in the moment a little bit, ooh, we could climb or we could hike. But I have 10 plans at any one time. So when we took off last night, I was like, well, we could go to Rexburg and go indoor climb and then drive all the way down to Goblin Valley and do a slot canyon. Or we could do hot springs in Idaho and then go rock climb indoor in Boise. And we had all these options, and I literally waited till I got to Missoula to decide where we were going to go. And I said, okay, we're going to go through Salmon, and we're going to go to all these hot springs that are kind of by Stanley, and then we'll go into Boise and climb tomorrow because they have this great indoor gym and you don't have to wear a mask. And sure enough, we drove late until midnight last night. We got to Salmon, we slept outside of Salmon, and man, I wish we could show you in the videos, but there were so many elk on the road. We had to slam on our brakes multiple times. Everybody's safe, we're good, but we didn't hit any, amazingly. But we must have seen a couple hundred last night. And we slept, we got our cup of coffee, and I just drove through Salmon, because on a map it's straight, and I had my guard down. I was just kind of I could literally drive this road. I'm so happy that we're just on the road again. Everybody was so excited to be in Momo last night. It was like an angel. It was they were giddy with oh, it's so nice to be in Momo. We woke up, it was 15 degrees, ice on the windows. Just good times. And then Gabi comes up in the front seat I don't know, 2 hours later after driving out of Salmon. She's like, we're not on the 93. But, well, I went straight. I didn't even pay attention. I got to be a prospecting type for once. And so, looks like we're going to Rexburg and going to do some indoor climbing today instead.
Make yourself look good, Tatiana.
Water, earth, fire, air. Want to go, all 4 nations lived in harmony. And then one day, the Fire Nation attacked.
Missing some lines there.
Okay, so we made that wrong turn, and it was really serendipitous because we ended up at this climbing gym in Idaho that had it was like totally open, no masks. Everybody was so happy and smiling. It was great. It was like the kids just loved it. It was exactly what we needed. But it was really cold. And so again, we had this decision, like, do we go left or do we go right? We were supposed to go to Grand Targhee, but we decided that we would just hit Grand Targhee on the way back up from Utah. So we headed down to Utah trying to find the sun. And so as you can tell on my face, we finally found the sun, and we had a little bit of bad luck though, because we were looking for trailheads and we're running out of daylight because it took us so long to drive from Salt Lake City and stock up at Trader Joe's and all that. But we found a trailhead and it's kind of snowy. Well, look at it. I guess all those cars are driving. I didn't want to take the motorhome up it, so we're gonna hike the road. I don't know, like all those cars are going for it, but they have four-wheel drive, I think. Subaru. So Momo, I'm not gonna take Momo up it because I don't want to slip and crash. And so that's where we are now. Day 2. We've been driving a lot. I think we've covered about, what, 700, 800 miles, do you know?
A lot.
Maybe close to 900 miles. We're gonna go all the way down to St. George for tomorrow and go rock climbing because it says that it's gonna be 58. And I mean, there's sun, but look, I'm in like 5 layers still and a beanie. It's cold, so let's go hike. Strut, slipping.
It's like Dad's dream cave.
Except she's not a. Oh, wait, no. You should stand up so it looks like the perspective will make it look how just not scary it is. She likes being in front.
I like it. Oh, man. Stop videoing and help!
There's nothing to fall.
Yes, there is!
No, there's not. Here, take my hand. And the Oscar goes to
Tatiana.
Okay, I know now why San Diego's so crowded, because I haven't felt sun like this in so long. It's so cold in Montana. Oh, this is like, I think this is 50 degrees. This is what 50 feels like, you guys. Isn't it amazing?
It's so freezing.
Hey, Zion, because there's nobody here.
Oh my gosh, it's like Zion got all the tourists.
It looks like hidden overlook in Zion. There's everything. It's
Yeah.
so cool.
It's really cool. Just put a little more snow.
And it's so warm. It's like 50 degrees. It's a huge deal for us.
Like we can finally show up
Like,
the guns, let them free.